I caught myself doing something the other day. What was it? I sent someone a message, I put my phone down, then I picked it up again in about 2 minutes and nothing from the person. I put my phone down again and I picked it up again and still nothing happened. And I actually laughed at myself because why am I checking the phone already in just 2 minutes? They've barely even had time to see the message. Then that got me thinking. I don't think read receipts create anxiety like people say it does. Think about it. Before read receipts, people still reply late. People still forget to reply. People still ignore messages. The only difference was that you didn't know when they saw it. But now you do. You send a message and eventually you see it as seen on the person or the double check that you see on WhatsApp. And suddenly your brain starts trying to solve a mystery that probably doesn't exist. They've seen it. So why haven't they replied? Maybe they are busy. Maybe the person is driving. Maybe they've opened it and got distracted. Maybe they just don't want to respond. But one thing that we need to have in our mind is they are just living their life as well. But because you know exactly when they saw the message, your imagination suddenly has something to work with. And I think that is really interesting. We blame it for changing people, when sometimes it just reveals part of ourselves that was there already. Read receipt didn't invent impatience, by the way. They didn't invent overthinking. They just made it harder to hide. And once I realized that, I stopped being annoyed at blue ticks. They weren't telling me something about the other person. Most of the time, they were telling me something about myself. Because they've read a message doesn't require that they have to respond immediately because you have no idea the state they were in when the message was opened.